La strada non comprende le banchine. So the question says the banchina is not inside the road. The answer to this question here is falso because the road is subdivided into different parts. We have la banchina, which serves at the edge of the road. We have la carreggiata, which is part of the road where vehicles can transit, and we have la corsia, which is inside the carreggiata that allow the transit of only one line of vehicle. And also inside that same carreggiata, we have attraversamento pedonale and we also have attraversamento ciclabile. On that same road, you see we have pista ciclabile and we have area pedonale, which means the road is subdivided into many parts and it allows the transit of both animal, thieves and vehicles, and also humans too. In una strada a doppio senso di circolazione, con la segnaletica indicata in figura, si può fare inversioni di marcia, ma senza occupare l'altra corsia. The question is letting you know, on this road here, you can do a U-turn without occupying the other corsia. And even though the road is doppio senso di circolazione, the answer to this question here is falso. Remember, it's even impossible for you to do a U-turn without occupying the other corsia. Because U-turn means you will be turning towards the direction you're coming from. So get this straight, there's difference between inversione di marcia and retromarcia. Inversione di marcia means when you are doing a U-turn and you are going back to the direction you're coming from. While retromarcia means you put your car on reverse and just go back. So they are two different things. You can't do inversione di marcia if the road is senso unico. And remember, senso unico simply means all the vehicles will be going towards just one direction. While doppio senso di circolazione, like you see on this image here, it's letting you know you will be going to a certain direction and there will be vehicles coming from the opposite direction. So you can't do inversione di marcia or senso unico. So if you are new here and this is your first time, we have two lines. We have the discontinuous one and we have the continuous one, which is this one here is the continuous one telling you you can overtake a vehicle without crossing it. Then we have the discontinuous one, which is this one here, telling you you can overtake a vehicle crossing it. You can see this continuous one on doppio senso di circolazione, which tells you you don't need to cross over to the other corsia. While the discontinuous one, you can come across it in senso unico, where you can cross to the other corsia and overtake the vehicle. And also you can also come across it in doppio senso di circolazione. So in some cases, you come across the continuous line where you are close to a danger. Let's say you are close to passaggio a livello, which is a train track. You see the continuous one. If you are close to a curve and that road is doppio senso di circolazione, you see the continuous one. And also if you are close to intersezione, which is incrocio a raso, a junction, you will also see the continuous one. Let's you know these are dangers. You can't overtake there, crossing this line. But after you overcome those dangers, you see the discontinuous ones, which tells you now you are free, there is no danger there, you can actually overtake a vehicle crossing them. So you can see the two in doppio senso di circolazione, but you can see the discontinuous one in senso unico as well. Nella strada rappresentata, le carreggiate laterali sono di norma a senso unico. The answer to this question here is vero. The question says, on this road, the two carreggiata we have on the side are senso unico, which means the carreggiata on the left and also the carreggiata on the right are senso unico. Merely looking at the road, you see we have three carreggiate here. We have this one on the left, we have this one on the right, and we have this one on the middle, which means from this green line to the white line on the left side is senso unico. All the vehicles are going towards just one direction. And from this green line to the white line on the left side is senso unico. It means all the vehicles will be going towards just one direction. But the middle one is doppio senso di circolazione. So if you look at these signs here, you see we have three different signs. So for you to be able to differentiate between divieto, obbligo, and precedenza, you see The deviato one has circular form and they have red and white color in them, while the obligo one has circular form but they have blue and white color in them. But the presidential one are different. We have some that have circular form, we have the triangular one, and also we have the stop one, which is still circular form but a little bit different. So if you see the stop one, it means you need to stop to give presidential to both sides. If you see the triangular one, it means you need to slow down and give presidential to both sides. And if you see this dare precedenza nel sensi unici alternati, it means you need to wait for other vehicles coming from the opposite direction to pass before you pass. While if you see the obligo one pointing towards straight, it means the only direction you need to go there is straight. And if you see the obligo one with 30 on it, it means the minimum speed limit you have to drive on that road is 30. You can't go below 30, but you can go higher than 30. And if you see the last one, which is pointing towards two directions, it means at that point the only directions you can go is either right or straight, so you can't turn left. So looking at the middle one, you see we have three signs. We have the top one, which is the deviator one with two vehicles on it. It's letting you know at this particular time you can't overtake a vehicle. So anytime you are driving and you see this sign, it's telling you you can't overtake a vehicle here. It prohibits overtaking of any vehicle that have engine. But if you come down, you see we have senso divieto, which means you can't enter that part of the road. If you're driving and you see this sign close to any road or being placed on any road, it means you can't enter that part of the road. But if you go down, you see we have the one with 80. So that one is letting you know on this part of the road you can drive lower than 80 km per hour, but you can't drive higher than 80 km per hour because that is the maximum speed limit you can drive on this road. So know the difference. Anytime you see the obligo one, you'll be able to tell the difference. If you see the deviator one, you'll be able to also tell the difference. And also if you come across the precedenza one, you know this one you need to give precedenza to vehicles coming from either left or right. But don't forget, the stop means you need to stop even though there is no vehicle coming. While the triangular one, which is direct precedenza, means you need to just slow down, watch the both sides, be sure there's nothing coming before you continue. If you look this three sign, you see we have the blue one with white and red color on it. We have the middle one with circular form with red and white color on it. And we also have the triangular one with two arrows on it with black color. So the three are telling you different things. Let's say for example you're driving, you come across this blue one. It's letting you know you have precedenza on that part of the road because the vehicle coming from the opposite side need to wait for you to pass. This blue one, you only come across it if the road is tight and it does not allow the passage of two vehicles at a time. So one needs to wait for the other one to pass before you can continue. So if the blue one is in your front, it means you have precedence over the vehicle coming from the opposite direction. So you need to pass first. They need to wait for you. But let's say you didn't come across this blue one, but you come across this circular form one, which is the red one. This one is letting you know you need to give precedence to the vehicle coming from the opposite side of the road. Remember, the blue one and this red one goes together. It means if the blue one is in your front, the red one is in the front of the opposite vehicle. And if the red one is in your front, it means the blue one is in the front of the opposite vehicle. If you see the blue one, you have precedenza, which is diritto di precedenza nel sensi unici alternati. You have precedenza to pass first. If you see the red one, you need to wait because the vehicle on the opposite direction have precedenza to pass first. But if you see this last one, which is the triangular one, it means you were driving on senso unico before. Now you are about to enter doppio senso di circolazione. If you look at this road there, you see the vehicle is driving on senso unico, where all the vehicles will be going towards just one direction. But after you come across this triangular side, now the road will be doppio senso di circolazione, where there will be vehicles coming from the opposite direction. They put this sign to let you know now you should drive with caution because there will be vehicles coming from the opposite direction, so you will create accidents on that part of the road. So let's look at this question right here. In presenza del segnale raffigurato inizia in doppio senso di circolazione. The question says after you see the blue sign, it means you are about to enter doppio senso di circolazione. The answer to this question here is falso, because you already know the blue sign tells you this is diritto di precedenza nei sensi unici alternati, where you need to pass and the vehicle coming from the opposite direction need to wait for you to pass. And also, don't forget you always see this sign close to a tight corner where two vehicles cannot pass at the same time. I hope you like the video, and if you do, let me know about this video if there's any argument you want me to cover, and I'll see you guys in the other side. Bye bye.